So wonderful to be at the International Sport and Culture Association conference here in Paris, France. It was so important for me to come specifically because really I want to learn from all of the wonderful countries that are represented here. At the end of the day, we are all in this together. Some of our obesity rates and inactivity rates are higher than others, but the bottom line is we all have this problem. It is a global problem. So I'm happy to be here to share our experience in the United States, but also to learn so much from colleagues all across the world. Today in America, 2/3 of our adults and 1/3 of our kids are either overweight or obese. This is just simply not acceptable. And we, along with so many of our partners in the US, and again, in learning from others across the world that are doing wonderful things to reverse this epidemic, we are coming together to really make a concerted effort. And this effort is led by our top administration, by the White House, by the President himself, President Barack Obama, and our First Lady, Michelle Obama. So our Let's Move initiative is really addressing this head on, certainly from a childhood obesity standpoint, but we know that if we can get a handle and really address obesity among our youth, that this will take our full society and we will truly begin to turn the tide back to health. I think not enough, quite honestly. I think not enough parents and children understand that they're not getting enough activity. I think many times our parents think, well, my child has soccer twice a week and that's enough activity. And it is not. When we're seeing kids spending 6 and 7 hours per day in front of a screen of some sort, whether that's a computer or a Game Boy or whatever the case may be, and some of that is perfectly good in terms of education and so forth, but we've got to make sure that we're balancing that screen time with activity. And so I think not enough of our parents and kids themselves understand that they need to be more active, but I think we're moving in the right direction that way. I think that awareness is increasing, and then just translating that awareness to movement, to behavior, is where all of us need to work together to make sure it's easy for people to go out and be active in their communities. It is so important because our Congress changes, our president changes, and that happens at the local level as well, where we have changeover. And what that means is that we have got to instill this at the grassroots level, that this understanding and awareness and education about the importance of being active, so that we're building our communities to be more active. We're building more sidewalks and bike lanes and schools so that kids can walk or bike to school. So that it's not just about a personal choice, but it's about the community and how our communities are supporting all of us becoming more active. So that has to live on regardless of our leadership. It has to take place at the grassroots level, and that leadership has to come from the grassroots.